very, very rightly, judiciously, and it will lead to your awakening. It will make you more powerful. That is it. Therefore, once again, I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends onto this hallowed platform today, being the 10th day of the 10th month, being October 2024, being Thursday, Obochudie. We are live and direct. It all started there. This is where we had the lone voice crying in the wilderness, and all of us galvanized together, joined together in order to uphold this journey, this very tremendous journey. You can hear our voice on FM in many parts of Biafra land. Also, FM 102.1. If you are in any part of Biafra land where you are not getting it through FM, just be patient. Work is going on, and sooner than later, you'll be getting it on FM. Moreover, you can download our application, IPOB Community Radio. It is a very low data consuming application. You can add up also and download Simple Radio as a backup. Once you download Simple Radio, you scroll and search for Radio Biafra London, and you get it. You can also listen to Radio Biafra London through our homepage, www.ipob.org. www.ipob.org. There, you log in there, you see a section written Radio Biafra Live Broadcast. And you click there, and you'll be listening. That's it. Moreover, on the other side, you can see our donation or mode of donation through PayPal. Donate. Now, you can click there and go through the protocols, and you donate. That is it. If you also feel that PayPal is not allowing you to donate the sum, maybe due to one reason or the other, you can make contact. You can make contact on our various studio lines. Right, just leave a note. The studio lines are secure. You leave a note and you'll be contacted. And if you want to donate any amount of money, no amount is too big or too small. No amount is too huge or too small. IPOB2 is $1 million, €1 million. You understand? That is the thing. We accept all. If you want to give us anonymously, it is also allowed. If you want to give us donate and you want your name to be shouted here on Radio Biafra, it will also be done. It is accepted. Therefore, you have no reason not to support what we are doing, because everything IPOB is doing is money. It needs money. Who is funding it? IPOB, crowdfunding. The same way Sambakwe crowdfunded and built Imo State Airport in Owerri today. That is the same thing, the same way. Are you hearing me? And we can do it. So, I want you to welcome your friends and well-wishers once again onto this hallowed platform. This is where it all started, where we gather for our worship. This is where we reason together, our gathering point. You cannot afford to miss Radio Biafra program, please. Before I continue, because I put something out on my wall about today's broadcast, which I will talk about. What is, it is very sad. Agha karaka. Asino agha karaka de ringoro. Mana in this generation, I na ahụ agha karaka na eri ngworo rie ngworo rie ma onye ukwu dị mma. I'm telling you, it's very, very sad. This is the situation we are in. So we will never shy away from it, from speaking about it. We will never shy away from talking about it. Because this is our reality facing us. Britain, through Nigeria, has turned us into farm animals. Britain, they have succeeded in turning us into farm animals, which they can harvest at any time, which they can do anything they want with at any time. And that's why, I play the voice of Zamfara State Governor, the current Zamfara State Governor, Dauda Lawal. I played his voice. I want to replay it again for you to, I want you to understand something. Who is in control of Nigeria? It's a question. They are there as servants, or as our brother used to call them, prison warders. They don't have any control of anything. That's why they loot. That's why they loot, because they are not in control of Nigeria. No politician is in control of Nigeria. I have this clip. Somebody sent to me. I tried to check for it. I couldn't see it again. I don't know. If somebody have it, please, you can inbox me. Where one Hausa woman, was talking. The woman, I think, resigned from APC. Why she resigned? He said when she was discussing with Tinubu, he asked Tinubu, what is for us, Northerners? What is your blueprint? Before Tinubu enter power, what is for us? What do you have for us? Tinubu told her wholeheartedly that I don't have any blueprint to. This is my turn. The woman, she said she was shocked. That's why they don't engage in presidential debate in Nigeria. No blueprint. Because they don't know, they are not in control of anything. What are they going to talk? They receive orders from Britain. Every day, or their daily activities, they receive orders. Do you think that Nigeria is for you? Do you think that you are in cloud cooker land? If you think so. Tinubu said he don't have any blueprint to. That's why he don't engage in any debate. Instead, they continue going to Chatham House in London, speaking there, talking to Western journalists, press. So they don't have anything for you. As he enter power, once he said, I don't have anything, or I don't have any plan. But he tell Britain, your plan is my plan. So your plan for Nigeria is my plan for Nigeria. I'm just a tool. You just let me be there. Anything you want, you get it. That's why Nigerians are being subjected to tremendous suffering. And they don't know it. Tinubu say he didn't have any blueprint. If you have, please, I've forgotten who sent it to me. But if you are hearing my voice, if you have that clip again, you send to me, please. He said, Tinubu, he didn't have any plan. That's why no campaign. He just there, using money. Okay, it's my turn. And he entered. You saw Peter Obi moving around, making speeches, giving motivational talks. Who mind him? The owners of Nigeria were laughing at him. Say, look at this idiot. You think you have Nigeria? We created Nigeria we make it how it is going to be. It is a challenge to even Nigerians. If you are human beings, redefine yourself. That is what it means. Listen to this man, the Zamfara state governor. Listen to him again.
Like I said, we know where these guys are. We know where they live. We know their parents.
He said, what he said, you know who he's talking about? The terrorists. Those that they called bandits. The terrorists. I don't know, I hope my voice was coming out before. It seems I switched off my microphone and I've been talking. I didn't know, please. Let me know whether my voice came out, because I talk many things, please. So, as I said before, let me just recap what I said, in case, because I touched my switch, my microphone switch. I don't know whether it was off or on, I don't know, but now it's on. Nigerians thought that they are in charge of Nigeria. Tinubu, during his campaign, during the presidential campaign, did he promise anything? A woman, a lady, somebody inboxed me that this thing, and I didn't record it. I didn't register it. Please, if you are hearing my voice, send it to me again. It's a northern lady, a woman, APC, that resigned. Okay, thank you very much. He said it's loud and clear. Thank you very much, Mazi Joe. Thank you. Thank you. So, let me see. So, as I was saying, the woman said why she resigned from APC, because Tinubu told her wholeheartedly that he didn't have any blueprint prior to presidential election. No plan. And the Nigerians, we are here that things will go better. Oh, pray. God will do it. I decree Naira will rise again. Which type of Neanderthals are Nigerians? Sometimes it gives me goosebumps. I'm telling you honestly. Tinubu, you are president. You would be president. Who is a president now? Yes. Haja, yes. Thank you very much, my brother. Let me see. Because I want to play that clip. No blueprint.
He said his name is
listen, I have it. The woman say, Biafrans, we are wonderful. I have been checking for this all today. I couldn't see it. Now, let me continue. Let me continue first. I'll play that. I have many clips to play today. This is the governor of Katsina State. Sorry, is it Katsina? Zamfara. Sorry, not Katsina. Zamfara State. Dauda Lawal. Zamfara State. Listen to his voice, him, talking in a television station. A governor. Listen.
Like I said, we know where these guys are.
He said, we know where these guys are. These terrorists that are killing everybody, terrorizing indigenous people, these Fulani terrorists. He said, we know where they are. Continue listening.
We know where they live. We know
where they live.
Their parents.
We know their parents. Sometimes I want to give, I have given up on Nigerians. It's Biafrans that are that gives me hope. Once you're a Nigerian, I take you as a farm animal. You are nothing to me. It doesn't matter what you are. What you think you possess. In intellect, you are nothing in my presence. Because you are not there, you are not fighting for anything. You are just like a chicken, scavenging for your food, being eyed by the farm owner for your flesh. Any day maybe Chicken or the kobuna. Nah, let us use it. Okay, tomorrow we are going to kill the chicken. And the chicken does not know. It will be scavenging for food, eating, being happy, not knowing that they will go on here tomorrow or in the next 1 hour, he will die. He continue eating. So Nigerians don't know nothing. They don't care about the environment. They don't care about their governance. They don't care about anything. That is why religion is progressing. Religion is advanced in Nigeria. Religion. People are totally religious. Because they don't care about government. We are the source of their, their savior comes from government, governance. They don't care. How do you qualify this set of people? Look at what a governor is saying. A governor, a sitting governor. He said these people that are terrorizing, these terrorists that are killing people, we know them. We know who they are. We know their houses. We know their parents. We know where they live. Listen again.
We know where these guys are. We know where they live. We know their parents.
You know them as a government?
Of course we do. They live with the same community we live.
So why is it difficult to get them?
That is the $1 million question.
That is the $1 million question. Because the journalists are, okay, you know them. You know, why don't you go and get them? The governor, the chief security officer, that people are hoping on in order to do something. He said, that is the $1 million question. Listen, continue listening.
I should ask you.
We are trying to understand, for those of us who are now conversant with Zamfara, have never been there, and we hear you as a chief security officer speak tonight to say you know these people, but yet you can't get them. It's a head scratcher.
It is something that we are trying to all put our heads together. That is why, from what I can do as a governor, to have this CPG as a first line of defense. Of course, military are there, police are there, as well as civil defense, but they are not under my control.
They are not under his control, therefore his hands are tied. Do you know what it means? Terrorists are on the rampage. He knows them. The people know them. You know, they have been known. You know, they are. I was watching one YouTuber that interviewed a Boko Haram escapee, a teacher that escaped from Shekawe. It was a little long time anyway, during the time of Shekawe. He said they were captured. Many people were slaughtered in his presence. But due to he's a Quranic teacher, he teaches Quran, he understands Quran very well. He said even he shook hands. He talked with Shekawe all the time. He said that's Zamvisa Forest. People think that it was established by Babangida during his own time. Everywhere world. No, it's not somewhere difficult. He said Shekawe, they used to play ball. He said the military, they know them. The documentary and Boko Haram, he said he stayed there whether 7 months. And one of them loved him so much that he took him out. He said, go, you don't need to stay here. The man said, if you venture go and give information to the Nigerian military about the movement or Boko Haram or Shekawe or anything, they will tell them, the Nigerian military will inform Boko Haram and you will be the person, they will slaughter you. They will come to your house and kill you. He said the Nigerian military, they know everything. They know Shekawe, all of them, they play football, they are okay, you know. He said if Nigerian military wants to wipe them out in one day, they will do that. But what is holding them, you don't know. Sometimes they do as if they fight, blah, 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 and they do, you know, nothing more. That one is an eyewitness, in a documentary, in one of these YouTubers. He said if the Nigerian military wants to wipe Boko Haram out in that Zamvisa forest in 24 hours, they will do it. But what is restraining them? He said he don't know. He don't know. He was there with the Boko Haram. They captured him. He was there teaching them Quran, in Arabic. You know, they play football. The Nigerian helicopter and the plane used to zoom up every time. They know them. They know everything where they are. So it's confirming what this governor is saying. Exactly what the governor is saying. He confirmed it. Continue listening. Why are they playing? You see, Nigeria is the more you look, the less you see. The people in charge of Nigeria are not Nigerians.
As well as civil defense, but they are not under my control. They are under the control of federal government. And they are doing their best. And like I said also,
the Nigerian military, civil defense, police, all the forces, they are under the control of the federal government. Are you hearing that? So there is nothing we can do. But for all these terrorists, they say they know them. If they want to take them out on that one day, they will do. But there is something going on. They don't. It's a 1 million question that they are asking. So it concerns Nigeria. What thing concerns him? At least he have his military entourage protecting him. That is what they did. So trade your parts. Nigeria is owned and controlled by foreigners, by Britain, completely. That is why Tinubu does not have any. I will play that. Listen.
Our security forces have the ability to crush these guys.
They have the Nigerian security forces have the ability to crush these guys. But what is withholding them? Now we enter into being politically correct.
But they are not.
They are trying their best.
They are trying their best. You see? They know these people. Then why are you not doing it? He said, it's not me. The Nigerian forces are not under my control. I'm a governor. It's under the control of Nigerian government. You see that Nigeria is being run directly by Britain. Directly. Who you see there as a president is just a figurehead. A figurehead. He receives order every day. He called. They give him order what to do. That's why Tinubu did not have no single blueprint. Listen, let me play that. The woman, Hajia Najatu reveals. Listen.
Okay. And that he's working for Tinubu. That he wants me to be a director in the civil society organization. And I told him point blank that I don't want to be part of it. Then he started to plead with me to please accept it. I said, no, I don't want to accept it because I've never sat with Tinubu to tell me what he has for us in the country general and particularly the North. He said, please, madam. He started to beg me. I said, don't embarrass me because I don't want.
That was during the presidential electioneering, what they call campaign. This woman is revealing.
To be arrogant. When people start to say in the name of God, do this, then you feel bad to say no. So I gave him a condition. He said the names will be out the next day. And he wants my name to be out as the director. I said, no, I can't accept that. Then after all the plea, I said, okay, let me meet you halfway. If I sit with Aswaju and I'm not comfortable with what he says he has for the North, then I have a right to opt out.
Do you see this woman, Haja Naja Atu? She's repeating the same thing. Ahmad Bello, what do you have for North? Now, let me ask you, have you ever seen any Igbo politician asking, what do you have for Southeast? Let us call the East. What do you have for us in the East? Have you ever had that? All of them are there begging, political beggars. They don't care what is in stock for the region. What matters is what will they have. If they are being slaughtered, they slaughter their children or their people, that is not their problem. What matters to them is their portfolio, their political position. That is what they beg. Unlike people like this woman is, what is there? What do you have for us in the north? He was asking Tinubu. He refused the position until she knew what Tinubu has for them in the north. But listen, the shock.
And Falake said, yes, it's okay. So if you notice, when the names came out, it's the only directorate, which there were 2 directors, was the directorate they put me, the civil service, the civil, the civil society organizations. There were 2. I was made a co-director. That night, I got around 11 p.m., I started to get phone calls. Normally, I don't pick my calls at night. But then I saw a message saying that Asiwaju wants to talk to you around 11 p.m. So I gave them a reply. I'm waiting. Immediately they saw my text, they called me back. And Asiwaju called me. He says, Hajia, I said, sir. He said, I respect your stance on not accepting the appointment. I said, yes, sir. Because I can't be a zombie. I just can't follow you because you said I should follow you. Let me know what you have for us up north. Because if I made...
She continued insisting up north, not Nigeria. Do you see that whatever they are talking is up north. Everybody they put their own thing, their own side, drawing for their own side. Do you see any Igbo man or any Biafran politician talking about is what is there for us? No, it's what is there for, what is it for me? What is there for me is the question they ask. But look at the woman, is always asking for not Nigeria. And one Nigeria. I want Diara. I'm telling you.
A mistake on Buhari. With you, the truth is written on the horizon. So I have to know what you have for us. He said he's in London. That if I can, I should go over. He offered to buy me a ticket. I said, no, sir, I can afford a ticket. And then he said, can I get a hotel for you? I said, yes, that I will appreciate. I took the next Lufthansa to London. I saw him that same night, and we sat. And I said, sir, the reason why I'm not accepting your appointment is because I don't know what you have for us up north. Because in the north, every single person is either waiting to be killed or kidnapped. We can't go on like this. What is your blueprint for us? He told me.
Listen.
That
Listen
he
here.
have any
Listen here. She met with Asiwaju in London. These are people that are campaigning to rule Nigeria. But where they are doing it is in foreign land. Can you explain that? In London. What does it mean? Just imagine Joe Biden or Kamala Harris and Trump. Now they will be doing their thing maybe in India. You know, their campaign, their political discussion. Trump will fly, will be in India or in Japan. Now his other political officers will come to meet him there. Is there they will be discussing. They will ban them from entering America because they will tell them, look, you are not there for us. Just stay where you are. They will ban them from entering America. But this is the reality facing us. And you are telling that you are saying that we are independent. Nigeria October 1st, Nigeria independent. If really there is a state secret, for example, that is being hidden, all those places, the hotel rooms will be completely bugged. Everything is being listened to. But who cares? Nobody, M16 doesn't care because they have the number one citizen of the country in their pocket. So the whole state secret, they are the people even giving the president the state secret. Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you understand me? Nigerian presidential candidates, politicians, where they discuss how to rule Nigeria, everything is in London. And you are celebrating independence. If that type of independence is what you want, we don't want it. We Biafra, we shall never, we reject it. Holy Ghost fire, we reject it. Holy Ghost fire. That type of independence. Whereby it's in London, in foreign land. Imagine, Kamala Harris. Maybe she traveled to South Korea. And the Democrats, he called the Democratic juggernauts to come and meet her there so that they start discussing about how their strategy to rule America from South Korea, from Seoul. What do you think Americans will do? Your guess is as well as mine. But this is the reality with Nigeria. And Nigerians don't care. Oh, everything there in the hands of God now. Now God know everything now. Inshallah. That is for Muslims. Christians say, now God know everything. Now God go do and for us. So anything is there for God's hand. We only pray because you are a lesser human being. That is what Nigerians are. People that don't fight for their emancipation. Once you know, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he said something. He said, if he see you, you identify yourself as a Nigerian anywhere in the world, he will take you as an animal. Unless you identify yourself, say, I'm an Arewa, I'm Hausa, I'm Fulani even, I'm Dudua. You get respect from him. But once you describe yourself, I'm a Nigerian, you are a farm animal. You British farm animal. That is what you are. And it's truth. This woman now, what he's saying is a proof. The clip I played before is a proof. They know the terrorists. They know them. They know everything. But they cannot do anything. Because their hands are tied. Who tied their hands? Britain. Because the country is not for you. You are just there as a figurehead. That's why they tell loot. Do not enter into the details of anything. Just loot. Take money as you want. Take money, any allocation, you can carry them, no problem. As long as you keep quiet, no problem. There is nothing you can do because the country is not yours. That is why they loot. Because they see that there is nothing they can do. They cannot help it. Chibika Meiji said it. He said, if you think that you can fight for Nigerians, your ass is grass. You're a loser. Because Nigerians don't react to anything. Okay, you and Nigerians will shout and say, now wow, rest in peace. You are gone. So when they enter there, they say, oh boy, who are you fighting for? These people? I beg, use F word on them. Say F them. He loot and live his life and say, you fight for. Listen, let me not digress much. Listen to the woman, what he said. Tinubu told her, I don't have any blueprint. He said, show me your blueprint. What do you have for us? Not as Nigerians, but as Northerners. As Arewa. Because Arewa means North. It's not for Nigerians, but for Arewa. And you are telling me one Nigeria. Don't you see that I buy in one chance. We enter one chance.
That he doesn't have anything for us. I said, you mean, sir, you don't have a blueprint? He said, I can't have a blueprint because if I have a blueprint, I'll be stepping on too many toes and they might even kill me.
They might kill me. Is Tinubu telling her before he become the president? He said, I cannot have a blueprint or nothing. I don't have nothing for you. Not even for Nigeria, nothing. No blueprint, nothing. Because if I write my blueprint, I will be stepping on too many toes. Britain, he said they will kill me. Who will kill him? Britain. They would use the caliphate to kill him because they're in charge. You know, it's just like taking a blank check. They tell you, don't write any amount, give it to the person. Anything. It can include the whole of the money in your account. So give him blank check. That's what they do. Britain, they know what. When Peter Obi was moving around preaching, campaigning, I will do Nigeria. Look at what I did in Anambra. I will do it. I'm this. I nurtured my business from zero to up. Now Britain was laughing. Look at primitive orangutan in Nigeria. In Nigeria, my Nigeria. Britain was telling him, my Nigeria, this one. Look at him. Come now, come and enter. Nigeria does not belong. It's a no man's business. It's British business. Are you hearing me? The only way to undo them is to scatter that thing they created. India did it. That's why India is progressing. You know, I saw is it Sani, Shehu Sani, his tweet some time ago, a few days back. He said, why are Nigerians stuck in blaming Britain and blaming? He said, not only Nigeria underwent colonialism. Other countries were created as Nigeria too. India was created, was colonized. Many other countries, even Saudi Arabia and other countries, were colonized. I laugh. He said, why are we stuck blaming the colonial masters? I laugh. Their own is different. They fought in order to regain, first of all, to regain themselves, their values before independence. Go to study about India independence. Study about it. Why was Mahatma Gandhi murdered? Killed. Shot and killed. 3 bullets that killed Mahatma Gandhi. Why? Can he, these people, because they are politicians, they think, when you look at their argument is always hollow. But they talk to a lot of people listen to them. That is the saddest of the most pathetic part. They don't go deep. They don't tell you that, look, before India became independent. Yes, India was colonized. I've preached this several times here. Before India became independent, they defined who is an Indian. They defined an Indian first. They said, we are not going to go into independence or looking for flag independence, and tomorrow we will think that we are independent, but we are not. Let us define who is an Indian. That question reshuffled India. And India came up as 2 countries. That question led to the death of more than 2 million people in India before independence. More than 2 million. And it led to the displacement of more than 20 million. The highest recorded displacement in the whole world. More than 20 million people displaced. Only that question, who is an Indian? They were wise to ask that question. That is why they are independent today, real independent. You don't see, Indian presidential candidates doing their plan, performing their plan in Chatham House, doing their electioneering campaign in London. No, you don't see that. Nigerians do because they are Nigeria, because Britain is running Nigeria. They hold everybody under gunpoint. We try to reshuffle. They say, no, you are going nowhere. With the help of the caliphate. That is it. That is the quagmire we are in. The India being colonized by Britain. Today, how many countries are there? From there, you have Pakistan, you have Bangladesh, you have Burma, you have, I think, another 1 or 2 countries. How many? And they rejected the way of life. The values of traditions, European traditions, which is Christianity. India rejected it, but they don't go there. People that are arguing that they don't tell you all these things that, oh, but this India you are talking, they rejected the Christianity being brought by Europe, by Britain. They don't accept it. They retain their core value. Even to this end, when Mahatma Gandhi wanted to further his education in London, his parents refused. And his parents refused him. Why? Because they say if you go to England, that he will start eating fish and meat. That he will become westernized. That thing you cherish and say, nah, these people are more civilized. You know, the Indians rejected it. Said, no, we have dignity. We have to develop in our own way. Mahatma Gandhi promised his parents, said, look, my going to study, doing my masters and all in England will never affect me culturally. Never. And he stayed how many years? He stayed in England. He continued being a vegetarian according to their tradition. Never influenced by the Western culture. But look at our people today. From village, you see our people. Changes here. This is not Nigeria. This is Canada. Are you hearing me? Because for him, for her, for you to understand the type of people, very primitive set of people. That is the character. And that is what the Europeans are using. They are profiting. They are using it. The mentality. Denigrating your own system. Mahatma Gandhi finished and went back, never influenced by any Western tradition at all. He continued being a Buddhist he is. Look at the former British Sunak, British Prime Minister. Before entering office, he built a shrine in 10 Downing Street, in the door, and do the normal thing, then their normal sacrifice as a Hindu. He did it without fear or shame. When you see his own tradition, you become ashamed. Very inferiority complex. Why shouldn't we suffer? These are the reasons why we are suffering, because we are not proud of our inheritance. Look at Sunak. In the glare of every media, every camera in the whole world, he performed his ritual as a Hindu. No, as a president. He didn't shame. They don't know. Before they say, as a Igbo man, I say that I'm not civilized, that I'm inferiority complex. That is it. So what am I trying to say? Nigeria you are seeing is run by Britain. Direct. You had it here. Let me just finish it. Let me rewind a bit and finish it from the woman.
Your blueprint for us. He told me that he doesn't have anything for us. I said, you mean, sir, you don't have a blueprint? He said, I can't have a blueprint because if I have a blueprint, I'll be stepping on too many toes and they might even kill me. This was what he said. I said, but sir, how can you rule without a blueprint? He said, I will only make a blueprint after winning the elections.
That is the situation Nigeria is in. Which people on earth can accept this type of situation? My goodness me. Which other people, if not the lowest of the low? Let us prove these people wrong. And that is what IPOB is doing. Because Europeans, they called us slave coasts. Do you think profoundly what it means? Every other place, they call them what, by the name of what they produce. In Liberia, Sierra Leone, they call them Pepe Coast. Ghana, before they changed to Ghana by Nkrumah, Ghana was named Gold Coast because it was filled with gold everywhere. Ghana you are seeing today, that present Ghana you are hearing my voice today from where you are, it has nothing to do with the ancient Ghana Empire, please. It has nothing to do with. The ancient Ghana Empire was situated between, I think, the border of Mauritania and Mali, all those sides. For your information, Kwame Nkrumah chose to change Gold Coast, the name Gold Coast, because he saw it as a slave name. He said, no, we need to have an indigenous name. And he admired the fulfillment of Ghana Empire, the old Ghana Empire. That is why, and that Ghana Empire is no more. Now he has to call the country, rename it Ghana. That is how it is. It's not about the old Ghana Empire you are studying, no. Nothing like that. They don't have anything in common. It's not them. It's not the president of Ghana. Please. The same way you are seeing Benin Republic. Benin Republic also, it was Dahomey. But the first president changed it in commemoration, in order to, due to the progress of the ancient Benin kingdom. Benin, you are seeing in the present day Nigeria. That is, when they check, they look at the kingdoms that made names that were powerful in the old time. Now, you change Dahomey to become Benin Republic, Republic of Benin. It has nothing to do with the old Benin Empire. Are you hearing me? So that is what, for you to understand some things. That is how it is. So, Tinubu that is ruling you, he never have any blueprint. He's just there. They put him there. He say, it's my turn. Britain tell him, what are you campaigning? Tell them it's your turn. Now we go put you here. He agree. Don't you see Peter Obi after he was crying? He said, how can I, being a presidential candidate of Nigeria, campaigning, I was being called to come to Western cities, Western capitals, to tell them what is India for them. He said, how can I? I am serving the Republic of Nigeria. How can I be serving other country more than they sideline him? They sideline him and say, Onya, he never understand nothing. They check the background, they say, Nibo man. Nibo man, no. I beg, you come on me here. Don't worry, he will enter his own office, another country, not in Nigeria. And they stole for the election he won complete. Everybody voted. Britain did their abracadabra. Before you know, Joe Biden have congratulated Tinubu. Finish. Britain called Joe Biden and said, and our man, just congratulate him. Because it's Britain that run the election. What is the name of that Anno here, that woman? The ex High Commissioner, British High Commissioner. I've forgotten her name. I don't even need to know her name again. I'm telling you. Virtually, she was the person that was announcing the whole result. He told Britain, he told the American president, he said, call him, he's our man. Leave the other people that are they don't know that Nigeria is when you got to flag independence in Nigeria without anything, without reshufflement, without doing like the Indians, without doing like others did, and you want to get the same result with them. their religion, you took it. You swallow this hook, line, and sinker, say, nah, and start destroying your own culture. And you want to progress? Progress, now let me see. They hold everybody under gunpoint. And you want to progress like India. Say, Saudi Arabia. You want to progress like Saudi Arabia? Saudi Arabia resisted westernization. Like Kuwait, they resisted them. They said, no, westernization is not the only way to civilization. No, it's not the only way to advancement. Through our system as Muslims, as Arabs, we can advance. And that is what they are showing. Don't you see that? People of dignity, they have class. Manandi, Shoji, Muslim Nigerians they don't have no single class, no dignity. And you are comparing yourself with Saudi Arabia, with Kuwait, with Qatar, with all these Middle Eastern countries. You are comparing yourself with them. Yes, they were colonized like you, but they acted in different ways. They didn't accept their colonizers imposed religion, number one. They didn't accept their values. They reshuffled themselves before getting independence. They took back themselves. They took back who they were before getting the flag independence, and their independence become what it is today. That's why they are advancing. You are on. You accepted everything. They say your tradition is evil. You say, hey, your ancestors say you start fighting against your ancestors that they are evil. What others didn't do, what they rejected, you accepted it, and you want to develop like others. Who born you? It's impossible. It cannot happen. It cannot happen. That's why I'm saying, you see this Biafra we are looking for. If we continue in this mentality of acceptance of everything, right, before God and man, all the same. Man, I'm happy that things are changing. So we must continue. We must continue. I want to play this clip. What is happening in our land? It's part of Big Gates' agenda. It's happening in Kurukuru. Here crying on, I easy. But before I enter there, please, let me tell Katrina Liang. Yes, thank you, my brother. Before I talk about what I want to say today about Big Gates' agenda, there is this trend that is going on now. Ndibo. Hey. People living abroad. Now, if somebody is going home to Biafra land, you should be careful. If you can maintain silence, you don't tell nobody. Because some of our people now following experiment, others, they are evil. When you see what is going on in our land today, in a human Bano and other places in here, it is part of it. One of our brothers went to home. Hagabruya. Who informed? Who told them? And the money, the huge sum of money they saw in his account, they took it. The sharing of that money is what is causing the problem you are seeing there. You might not understand. The sharing of that more than 200 and something million naira is what. So, the person even is not even a direct IPOB member. Who give the information? Who is informing people? So, if you are going home in this end of the year, be careful. Be careful, people. Our people have taken sabotage to a different level. Everything our people in Nigeria, make business, business. That is a very bad. That's why I'm just saying the bike are the primitive. Before you know, in our land. That is why they want to destroy IPOB with criminality. Are you hearing me? You see people that they are being caught this and that. If it is the Nigerian military or Nigerian police that caught some of them, they will label them IPOB. Before you know, even they will be claiming IPOB. Say no to criminality in our land. Stop being criminally minded. Stop informing on your brother for criminals to kidnappers to take him. Yeah, I want to take here. Now the guy is loaded though. They come. In your information. Sometimes this information, even on the CC abroad, I'm telling you honestly. So we should be highly wise. They want to use criminality in order to infiltrate what we are doing. That is why we are telling ourselves this thing. We are hammering it here. IPOB does not engage in criminality. What we are doing is self-determination, which I have preached last 2 days. Self-determination. It is under the international constitution. We are doing the right thing. Are you hearing me? They want to eclipse our genuine struggle with criminality so that they will push it to the international community that these people are they are engaged in criminality. Do you see the statement of the Nigerian chief of army staff, Christopher Musa, the other day? Do you think that he made it just? Do you think he made it just for saying sake? They know what they are doing. Are you hearing me? They want to compromise what we are doing, compromise it and equate it with criminality. You that is shouting water, you don't understand what it means, what criminality is causing, what they want to use criminality to do, to destroy our genuine struggle. And we will not allow it to happen. That is why we hammer it here all the time. Say no to criminality. Stop seeing people that carry gun and you're praising them. Oh, Biafra, Biafra. They are not fighting for any Biafra. They are fighting for themselves. They are fighting for themselves. They are using IPOB as an alibi. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? That is what they are doing. So stop supporting these people. You are doing it to the detriment of IPOB, but we shall never allow it. They want to, first of all, destroy IPOB, ESN in the mindset of our people, and now push it out to the international community that these people are criminals. They are not even fighting for any. Look at what Mustafa or Christopher Musa said, the chief of army staff. This is the way they push it. Little by little, they push it. You think they don't know what they are doing. As they are pushing out the actions of criminals in our land, they are pushing the videos to international community, to every embassy in Nigeria. Now they are accompanying it with their high-level statements. No, IPOB, they are not fighting for self-determination. They are fighting for their pockets. Do you see? Because of the actions of all these criminals, criminal gangs. Do you see that? Do you know what it means? We must be under one central command. If you are not an IPOB, you are not an IPOB. You can answer your own name. Why don't you ask yourself, why are they bent on using the name IPOB and ESN? Why don't they use their own name? Let them use their own name, but they continue. They say no. Don't you see that there is an agenda? They kidnap people. IPOB, we don't kidnap. Never. The people that we are supposed to be protecting, the people that we are supposed to be fighting for, to liberate, now we kidnap them, we kill them. It's impossible. Don't you see the statement of Capo Daniel, the Ambazonian second in command to Joe Ayaba? Don't you see what he said? He resigned because of all these things. Criminals will strike, and the Joe Ayaba will take credit. Hey, now my people, okay, and just like that. Encouraging criminality. We never encourage criminality. What we are fighting for is legitimate self-determination. You might think that we are going slow. Let it be. Because you can go fast as you think and enter into giant ant hill. No. And this everything will become destroyed. Are you hearing me? So, our people should be careful. Ndi na lulo, ndi no abroad na lulo. Be careful who you tell. Be careful who knows your movement. The days are evil. People can sell information to criminals. They can sell your information to criminals. Na potonye ego. Ebrugi. Mandi buy motor has something and they may fezie you fe. Yeah, we here jack ego. Everything we here jack ego in our land. And that is why our land is in disarray. No collectivity. Our land is in disarray. That's why women today are selling their eggs in our land. I will play it from Nonsonkwa. Then I will tell you. Because everybody is money. Our musicians, our high-ranking musicians, everybody, Igbo music mostly is about Ibutike, ego. No person sings, no praises about, virtue. No virtue again, no knowledge again. What the people praises, everybody is about Ibutike, and they show these are the things that are destroying our land. They are destroying us as a people. Cry for us, Biafrans. We are unique people, but Britain wants to use our environment, Nigeria, in order to put us down so that we become beasts forever. But IPOB is fighting. I'm telling you honestly. That's why our people, our people don't have conscience. Even if it is to kill their mother, to sell their brother, to say they don't care. Because much more emphasis has been laid on it through music or through Nollywood or through comedy or through everything. That is here now. No person goes for communal interest, knowledge. No. Nobody. This is a problem. Yeah, a problem. I am telling you honestly. That is why we must go back to our virtues. How can somebody that comes from abroad, who told the people on ground, some criminals inside the bush, who tell them that person he has come, no more than 250 million in his account? Who told them that? Who informed them that? I will not appeal to our people's conscience. No. Because that is not. Many don't have conscience again. Once it concerns money, many of our people don't have nothing like conscience, and they are happy to say it. No conscience. Once they have to do with money. But IPOB, we are equal to the task. That is why we say it here on radio, for you to be careful in your movement. That person you think you will inform maybe he might be. Don't leak your information. Go your way. Do your thing. Let only few people, because I cannot say nobody. Carry cause division even so everywhere. Just manage your information, your movement, or information concerning your movement, so that if anything bad happens, you know who to hold responsible. That is it. Nigerian government is aiding and abetting criminality. Nigerian government is helping, aiding and abetting terrorism in Nigeria. That's why Zamfara State Governor said his hands are tied. And he's not in charge. But for all these terrorists, he said they know them. If there is order to round them up, they will do, but he's not in charge. His hands are tied. So he's there to loot as a governor. Do you see that? They are playing pranks in Nigeria. Governance in Nigeria is playing pranks, and that is how Britain has put it. It is for the people to do what? To reshuffle themselves and redefine themselves, and that is what IPOB is doing. So now let me play this clip about our females donating their organs. Are you hearing me? Let me play it, please. This is from Nonsonkwa. It's 8 minutes, but I will not finish all. 8 minutes. Listen. How evil, how bad it is. How bad our land has become. I want you to listen. Just listen, please. Listen.
Something that is very worrisome. Something that is very worrisome, and that thing is a very deadly thing that is happening. But unfortunately, many people are there away. But it is always good. No, we talk about it. Whenever they are ovulating.
Hell, how do we get here? Hey, how do we get here?
Our young girls in the secondary school, in the higher institution, and they raise aqua no hanima for whenever they are ovulating. They raise some hospitals, especially in the name IVF. You know, in the name IVF. Some hospitals so when they
no Sonkwa. He's talking about IVF, but it's not that. It's not that. It's more bigger than that. Are you hearing me? It is more bigger than that. The intro vitro fertilization or something like that is IVF. It's not about that. It is something bigger than that. I will explain later. Continue listening.
IVF facility. They harvest the ovulation egg of our young girls. All these university girls here now, they be like that is above their means. Most of them are one day who can they sell their eggs. They sell their ovulation eggs. Now, before I continue, I have been looking for somebody that can give us a first-hand information. Either onye harvest here or onye not on the process can harvest here, or onye di when experience, onye manana here deeper. We got somebody, a student of one of the universities in the East here. I got her. It is very important to get into this young girl. Because because of somewhere the thought of somewhere fertilizer through IVF not somewhere this girl. I get play voice note here now. Now let us listen very, very attentively. Now, the issue of I am not sure what so that I want to go in the background very well. In my I did not do it, so I might not be able to give you the details. Okay, but yes, on the mayor. And just to say that the message in our group chat, we see that now only be interested. Now really 120,000.
Do you see this group chats, creating WhatsApp groups. Do you see people are entering into different evil? Most of the group chats that are, many are infiltrated with evil people. I am telling you. Group chats. Continue listening.
So, of my coursemate, that time. So, they are even telling me, let's go, just one. One is 120. I don't want, because actually, I imagine that I have a child somewhere.
Yes.
You understand?
Now, what's the school? Department. Okay,
yes, department.
But actually, was or one school.
Yes, no, student. She's a student. Yes.
Actually,
I told me now about finding mother. Oh, yeah, with my own. Because that was understand. I don't want to call anybody. But yes, I know like 2 people that did it.
And one other okay. After the whole thing, how do you see them? Or are there any problem? Or any? Because we have last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
No. Last year, even earlier this year too.
Is it a special hospital or maybe a government or private hospital?
I'm not sure the hospital. I'm on the particular hospital. They say probably so far at that time. So I'm on the particular place and in here. But I don't know. But how come now? I didn't make him not just that. I have not to the vagina, but overall about one madaro, something like that. So yes.
What he said is true. And that is why, like how female eggs are retrieved. He said during this procedure, the procedure of retrieving female eggs, an ultrasound probe is inserted into the vagina to identify follicles. A needle is guided through the vagina and into the follicles. The eggs are removed from the follicles through the needle, which is connected to a suction device. So that is how it is done. Mana is very, very dangerous. This is Biget agenda. Biget trial was using to all these things are connected to the insecurity in our land through Boko Haram. That's why they tie the hands of governors like Zamfara State Governor. They know the terrorists, they call bandits, but they cannot do anything. They want to destroy our natural food crops to introduce GMO crops so that they can control our feeding. They control our food. If every year you want to buy, they'll tell you if you don't have money, tell your wife or your daughter or your sister to go and donate her egg. I will still play that. That is what is happening. But the repercussion is very dire. The repercussion is very serious. What Biget was planning to do this, they have used small money to get it. Because our people won't do kakbre. Are you hearing me? Our people, so anything Igbo people, and these are the eggs they need very, very seriously. They need our own eggs, mostly in the Igbo, because our genetical, how do they call it? Our genetics is different. Are you hearing me? It is the best. So that's why they need it. During slave trading too, transatlantic slavery, the Igbo man, a Biafran, is highly sought after. He fetches a lot of money. you go and study history, you will understand what I'm saying. So today they are doing the same thing. With a little money, they have introduced little money, small crumbs, and our people are falling already. Chai, how is the mighty fallen? How sometimes I say, how do we end up like this? How do we end up like this? How? A people that are naturally unique set of people, talented people, that the sky is our limit, people that, but we end up in a shithole like this in Nigeria. And Britain is in control. The West, they are in control of our lives. Because there is nothing we can talk without them. How do we think you have a government, they are supporting the atrocities that are happening to their citizens? No control, no government control. These children, these females, they are donating their ovules, their eggs, to be used for beget agenda. It is not a in vitro fertilization. No, it is not that. It is not for IVF. No. They are using it for other things. And the repercussion is heavy. Complications will start coming in the next 3, 4, 5 years. Deaths. That is it. Continue listening, please.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus of Nazareth. But just
because of the money, Diego. As a student now, you need the money. We can 120,000, just one egg. No, just one egg. Not just one. That you can produce any egg. So that is what they used to tell me. You can only produce eggs every month and all of that. So that's it.
okay, well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't talk about it.
Oh,
We actually know so that we can create awareness and prevent our people from, especially our young girls, from this kind of journey.
yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
The girl is saying that they are taking one egg. People think, how do you know? How do they know how many they are taking? Something that you cannot see through ordinary eye. They don't know anything. They just open their body. Oh yeah, they do. What, the 120,000? Hell, how did we end up like this? Sometimes situation in Abomanya, I'm telling you. Our young girls that supposed to be the pillar of our country, they end up doing anything for money. No husband, because many non prisons all over the world. The pastors will not be telling you the reason why you don't have a husband is this. Our people above Ishigo, many junior prisons, millions are in prisons everywhere in the world. Some are stranded even many places, and many married foreigners. Many of us marry foreigners. But they continue deceiving them. Oh yeah, pray, husband. They will not take, the information is power. Bob Marley said, tell the children the truth. These people, they continue lying. So, how did we end up in this piteous situation? A situation now, our young women, they are selling their what beget have been planning, spending billions of dollars to to buy the doctors. Now, on them what is here through crumbs. 120 you don't care. Tomorrow, in the next 2-3 years, you develop one cancer, sickness or the other. Because they cannot manage, they don't understand what they are doing. If you develop the sickness, the worst thing is that the same people, they will go to the church and they will tell them that it is your brother or your uncle or your villagers that are doing it for you, causing you this. This is, we are in a total mess. We are in a total, complete mess. Everywhere around, we are in a complete mess. I'm telling you. How do we end up here? When you hear this kind of thing, you start shedding tears. You say, what's I the corner cry? Let me finish it up before I bring up the Njemanzi, what he said.
The girl carries Sojeme, but also Baniaman Sojeme. And then I want to have a good maka through here, Jebruai. You know, I gave a so bag at the 10 I bet you Fumpura 120K. Ufumpura 1.
Oh, yes, again, all Fumpura Wakana. Do you know? This is microscopic thing that you don't know. Anything happening. That's it. Let me also play the clip of Njemanzi. Listen, where he said all these things. Listen.
Human industry will make it possible to replace organ parts of sick people. Are the people who should, according to their plan, collect the eggs of women, which will now be used for the cloning procedure we call somatic cell nuclear transfer.
Do you see the real purpose of collecting all those eggs from our girls? They tell you, say, no, it's just one egg for IVF, in vitro fertilization. No. This is something that is international agenda. Are you hearing me? The West need all these things in order to clone their organs, their ailing organs, like the heart, the liver, the kidney, to clone it back and, make them healthy. That is what they are doing. Because according to the revelations of Njemanzi, they need more than 10 million women in order to do this, to get the eggs. And their thought directly came to Nigeria. There is no other place they can get it. Nigeria has the population and has the human zombieism. The government is in the hands of the West, so they get anything they want. Because whatever is happening, the government, Nigerian government, does not care. They give, it's in their hand. They put Tinubu there. Any person that is going to be there, they put him there. So they will deceive you, lie to you that no, it is just for IVF to give to somebody that does not have child. It's lie from the pit of hell. The reality is, it is from the West. They are taking all these things, making it a multi-billion-dollar business, if not trillion-dollar business. When you see, the Westerners, billionaires, more from being healthy, you don't know that it is what they got from Africa. They got from Nigeria. Raw materials. They need raw materials, both human beings, both organs, both natural resources. Everything is raw in order for them to survive. That is the reality. Let me repeat that place.
Million cell phones, which they call the electronic wallets. The idea was that they were going to give 2 billion naira loan or grant to farmers. What the plan, as far as the doctors are concerned, is that the doctors of Nigeria are the people who should, according to their plan, collect the eggs of women, which will now be used for the cloning procedure we call somatic cell nuclear transfer. And this is what I want to explain, what this is all about. Okay. Now, what the West is looking at is that they envisage a new human industry. The new human industry will make it possible to replace organ parts of sick people. Okay. Instead of continuously taking drugs for any medical condition. So what that means is that if you have a heart disease and you go to a doctor, the doctor will could take a sample from that your diseased heart, send it to the biotech companies, which are actually most of them in this category are owned by Bill Gates. They will now clone exactly that heart of that person. And how will they do this? They will take the cell the doctor sent them and remove the nuclear material, that's the nucleus that has all the genetic information. Now, they will get the egg of a woman, or eggs of women, because...
Are you hearing it? That is exactly what the trap, the danger our girls are entering without understanding it. This is a multi-billion-dollar business. When they use a woman egg, somatic cell, in order to clone the organ, that organ, they will sell it to the person. The patient can pay $1 million, $2 million. And these people are dying just for less than $100. They are dying for less than $100. Do you see how pathetic? Supposedly, they are supposedly better. I'm telling you, they are dying for less than $100. Whereas the end product could be sold to up to more than $2 million. What do you call that? Is it not the world of exploitation? And the person that they collected the egg, she is not guaranteed, because there are many things that she need to do. She need to be cared for medically, but because these are raw people, primitive raw people, they don't care. What matters is $120, 120,000 naira. Oh yeah, where? Hey, on with an ego. Or 1 day, 2 days in Kahaga. The repercussion of what he did or what she did, it will come to haunt her in the next 3, 4, 5 years. She can lose her life. You will see where Dr. Njemanzi is an expert. He's an authority in medicine. He said it. Do you see the monster we are fighting? Do you see that Nigeria wants us to stay rotten? Biafrans staying in Nigeria is just like leaving something to rotten. They want us to rotten in Nigeria, rotten. A peculiar people. A peculiar people. I could remember my father and I went that before the war, that onye Hausa, onye Ugwu met onye Igbo, nwa nwaanyị Igbo ahụ, maybe ha nọ na moto na train or anyhow ya na emeta ahụ that's akwa ahụ oyi akwa ahụ onye Hausa ahụ yi ọ gada asa ya mmiri again ọ ga-eji ya na-akụ story ọ ga-ahang ya as no trophy na akwa mesara onye Igbo because ha na-ewu anyị na ewu pure people ụmụ nwaanyị anyị ade ụmụ nwaanyị because a race their women is their dignity. But when you see the actions of our ladies today, you become ashamed. And now shall we in the streets of Dubai, in everywhere in the world. It's a very shameful thing. How is the mighty fallen? How? I was in Nigeria. Onye nweta onye Hausa onye Igbo nwaanyị Igbo nweta onye Hausa akwụrịkwọta na ọ bụ onye politician. Hey, ha were ụmụ nwaanyị anyị na-eme ihe akaja. It's a very big pity. How is the mighty fallen? What IPOB is doing is a tremendous job to raise us from the dust because we are already in the dust. Nwata nwaanyị Igbo ga-aga donate to organ ya deadly something. You don't know what, or mother ihe ọ na-eme. Something that can cost her life just to accept to take 120,000 naira, less than $100, less than. And in the next few years, she will develop cancer. She will develop one sickness or the other. Organo look, but I say no. No, from the village, the mayor, or both the villagers actually, nsogbu everywhere. Family will hate family. You don't know that this is what she did. She is the cause of her own problem. Do you see the piteous situation we are in? I want to provoke your mindset so that we continue in what we are doing. I want you to know that the only solution we have is Biafra. That is the only solution we have. In Nigeria, we are all dead. We are dead and left to rotten. To turn us into beggars. To turn us into, humiliated set of people. To turn us into almajiris. In Nigeria, that is what they want us to be. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Let me just fast forward it for you to see the where
coordinates on these so-called electronic wallets, which are just separate people, victims were killed by Boko Haram. Okay. These were farmers. Then of these 37,500, 32,000, okay, we can give did not heed to all the calls by all the people present. And what happened? They passed the law with this defect. So all the people who are waiting to harvest organs, harvest eggs, are all in Nigeria. They are setting up their different NGOs.
Are you hearing it? They are there. These are the people that have infiltrated the WhatsApp groups, sending that money there in case if any person, any of you students that need quick money, that need 120,000, just come and donate your egg. Their parents, many of them, their parents will not know. Are you hearing? These are Bill Gates' agenda. The tentacles in spread. They are already, in German they say they are already everywhere. Because Nigeria is a symmetry for Biafrans. They allow everything. Nigerian government is in the hands of the West. They are the people running the government. So they allow everything. They allow all these things to continue taking place. Do you know that? Do you see that? How did we end up here? How do we continue staying in Nigeria, our race will be rotten. I am telling you, completely rotten. Nation's issue. Continue listening. I want you to understand the repercussion of what these children are doing. What these girls are doing. They are playing with their lives.
Can you explain why there is a multiplicity of NGOs in the Northeast where there is a conflict going on?
Yeah, okay. Doc, I will come back to this. But what I want to ask now, I mean, why is Bill Gates focused on Nigerian doctors?
Yes.
Can you address that?
Before he's focused on Nigerian doctors because he now wants to harvest these eggs, and doctors are the people going to harvest these eggs. These are going to be in hospitals. But Nigerian doctors, he knows, because of our high moral standard, and I must say very high moral standard, our doctors will not do that. Because our doctors know that if you keep on harvesting those eggs in those women 2 to 3 years later, they will die.
Do you hear it? Those women, 2 to 3 years, they will die. That is what these people, they are using themselves for $120. Because, I mean, for 120,000 naira. Because when these people are naive, they are novice, they are ignorant. What they are sucking away from their body, they don't know. They say, no, it's one egg. How do they know? Are you hearing me? They don't give them any medical backup. They suck them. Even if they damage anything, they don't care. They pay you the money. They can even take other things there. Do you see how Ndibo, let us be careful about making money. Please. It is not, let us not lose our life in order to make money. Please. This is a very big problem. This Dr. Njemanze is an authority. He said it openly. Let me play it again before I close, before I start taking calls. Listen again.
In the Northeast, where there is a conflict going on.
Okay. Doc, I will come back to this. But what I want to ask now, I mean, why is Bill Gates focused on Nigerian doctors?
Yes.
Can you address that?
Before he's focused on Nigerian doctors because he now wants to harvest these eggs, and doctors are the people going to harvest these eggs. These are going to be in hospitals. But Nigerian doctors, he knows, because of our high moral standard, and I must say very high moral standard, our doctors will not do that. Because our doctors know that if you keep on harvesting those eggs in those women 2 to 3 years later, they will die. Okay. They will die of liver failure, kidney failure, infections, some other complications. So we know that that's going to happen. So we're not going to do that. And when he called us, and I must say,
let me stop here in this clip. Do you hear it? They will die, is sure. They will die of kidney failure, liver cancer, different types of complications. Since they have forgotten the money, their parents, their brothers and sisters will not know. They will start blaming Satan. Innocent Satan. They will start blaming. Oh, Satan did this. Kanye no one yakabikon as a race. They want our race to be wiped out. The same way the Taino, the race, the Taino tribe of the Caribbean, the original indigenous people, they are known as the Taino tribe. They don't exist any longer. They want us to be assimilated. When we say this, you think that maybe everybody will die. Not only that. Once you lose your cultural identity, you start being assimilated in different cultures. We are Igbos of Kaduna. We are Igbos of Katangura. No more. You become minority everywhere. You are no more a central people. You become a stateless set of people. That is a problem. We are in an existential problem. Let us look back and embrace our collectivity, collective survival. It is the only way forward. this mad rush for money, it will not save anybody. It will kill us all. It will destroy our race. That is why we will forever be thankful to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for bringing us together as one family. We are a people going into extinction. How is the mighty fallen? How is our female students going to donate their eggs? How? Something that will lead to their deaths in few years' time. Why is it happening? Can't we pity ourselves? This is the agenda, the world global agenda, through Bill Gates. When they talk about Bill Gates, do you think he's working alone? American government, the Western government, they are using him. You know, the same way America, the West, they are using Ukraine, hiding at his back, supplying him weapons in order to fight their perceived enemy, Russia. That is the way they work. They will front somebody. Are you hearing me? They will front somebody. Bill Gates, he is the person that he came several times to meet Chinedu, and they welcomed him with red carpet, because these are the people that are running the country. These are the people that are funding the Boko Haram. These are the people that are funding bandits. That's why other always come from above. Don't do them anything. They are suffering Nigerian military, mostly Igbos. Are you hearing me? And there is a news which I didn't read. I didn't read it. I don't know. I didn't know. I just forgot it. About some Boko Haram, so-called repented Boko Haram. Hearing me? And there is a news which I didn't read. I didn't read it. I don't know. I didn't know. I just forgot it. About some Boko Haram, so-called repented Boko Haram. These are part of the Western agenda in order to do what? To destroy us as a people. So you don't kill them. Don't you see when the United Nations chairman, Guterres, he came to Nigeria and opened his mouth and said that yes, that they support Boko Haram terrorists being assimilated into Nigerian army. Don't you see that? Don't you see that Nigeria is a farm land for the West? You don't have any authority over it as a Nigerian. You don't have any authority over it. People are running Nigeria for you. They are doing it. That's why Chinedu, before entering office, he never have any blueprint. He said, if I write my blueprint, they will kill me. So I don't have any plan. No plan for Nigeria. Just it's my turn. He enter. Now it is the West that start giving him plans. Do this, do that, do this, do that. That is why people are in tremendous suffering. Nigeria is a farmland, British farmland. Let me read this before I open the lines. Repentant Boko Haram militants flee with government-issued firearms vehicles in Borno. No fewer than 13 repentant members of Boko Haram have escaped with sophisticated weapons and motorcycles provided to them by the Borno state government. Premium Times reports. Do you see that? How they arm them. The newspaper reported that the escaped repentant terrorists were being trained and equipped by the Borno government for them to join the Nigerian military in the fight against insurgents in the state. Do you see that? That is an excuse they give. This is part of the global agenda. Nigeria is a farmland. We should save ourselves. It cannot happen. No, it's not an individual thing. We must collectively save ourselves. Otherwise, we all perish in Nigeria. Do you see how when you put a cube of sugar in a hot water, it will dissolve? That is how they want to dissolve us in Nigeria. Are you hearing what I'm saying? What I'm saying, if we don't if we don't make haste while the sun shines, we will be dissolved in Nigeria and become nothing. That is the way they want. Look at, they bring the terrorists. They immediately put them back into, assimilate them into the Nigerian military, give them something, give them weapons, and send many of them to Biafra land to continue committing atrocities, massacring people at will. There you should understand that Nigeria is in the hands of our enemies. We are under occupation. We are under occupation by the same colonialists that has been there since. In July, Sahara reporters reported how the state government said it has successfully reintegrated 8,490 repentant Boko Haram members into society through the Bonu model process. Are you seeing it? They reported this one, this 13 that have run away. They said 13, maybe add 200 to another 0, maybe 130 or more, because maybe there is no way they can hide it. Many of them, they train them, they equip them back, give them the. They said they run away. No lie. These are part of the plan. They come back into our land as Nigerian soldiers or Fulani headsmen or armed. How can you be in a country whereby, you know, there is no synergy? One minority group is trying to kill everybody, conquer, subjugate everybody. Who is helping them? Who is aiding them? That is a question you should answer. You should ask yourself. We better get out of Nigeria, otherwise we become dissolved. This is where I'm going to stop. I will go into a few minutes break so that when I come back, I will open the lines. Please do not go away. I'll be right back.
When Bill Gates called us through the General Electric, who he awarded the contract to build 260 hospitals in Nigeria, so that it will be at these his hospitals that will be harvesting these organs and harvesting these eggs. So he will now take us out of the health sector. He invited the leaders in the private health sector and said, okay, look, I'm ready to offer you money to leave the healthcare sector. We told him before the executives of GE that he is mad and insane to demand such a thing.
To leave medical practice.
Then we should leave medical practice. And then he will pay us, no matter the amount of dollars we ask for. So we said, you are mad. We are not going to do that, and to hell with you.
Is that really?
We told him off before the executives of, I was personally present. The lab people, the president and secretaries of the lab, National Organization of the Lab, laboratory scientists was there. The president and secretary of the pharmacy, community pharmacists was there. And we told him to his face, to his presence, because they were talking on, it was a telecom conference, and then the executives of General Electric were there at their headquarters in Abuja. So we told him off that you cannot do that, even with all your money and all your thing, it's not going to be possible. Now, since we rejected that offer, he has moved to his second option.
Okay.
Eliminate, kill all these doctors, and then take over the health care. And he told us they have already taken off the whole government hospitals. They bought the federal medical centers, they bought the university teaching hospitals. So what is remaining now is for us to get out of business so he can carry out. So these hospitals will become places where foreigners can get organs. It will become places where he will harvest the ovarian eggs, and it will become a killing house for ordinary Nigerians. This is why this is dangerous, and this is why this country must, not just to stop it, not just to ban GMOs, we must call for an international inquiry in which Bill Gates will be brought before the courts of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the International Criminal Court, International Court of Justice. We must bring it the same way Nuremberg trial was done during the Nazi Germany.
Now, are our security agencies aware of this thing that is playing out?
Yes, We have actually written to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is the Chief Security Officer of the country. Yeah. And of course, all the other agencies, both police, army, and all the also have our submission to the President. And the National Assembly has been well informed, the senators, and then the House members have been informed about this. But it will not be something that will handle by government alone. The Nigerian people must stand out. Bill Gates wants to set up these killing houses in Nigeria called his.
Welcome back. My dear Paul Dr. Njemazi said Nigeria, not only Nigerian government should can handle this, but the Nigerians, the population, should rise up. My dear, you don't understand Nigerians. There are no Nigerians as you have the French, as you have the Portuguese or the English. No, Nigeria is just an illusion. Nigerians cannot come out because of the way they have been, decimated, separated. No, it's impossible. So calling Nigerians to help their government. The government is in the hands of the West. Since this man has been shouting this, did any government parastatal care? Did any Nigerian government parastatal care? The answer is no. It's very sad. I ask this question: how do we see ourselves in this mess, in this shithole? We are in an existential mess. I'm telling you. How? That's why what we are fighting. When I see people using IPOB in order to commit crimes, criminal activities, it pains me a lot. Or to make money, it pains me a lot, because they don't know what we are in. We are inside a very tedious journey, tedious fight, messy fight. Our lines are now open, please. Our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. I repeat for the last time, direct line +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. You can call us and give us your view. Honestly speaking, we must buckle up in order to continue this fight. Otherwise, we will be dissolved, completely dissolved in that quagmire called Nigeria. I'm telling you honestly. Going back is never an option. Going back or stopping is never an option. Just imagine what Brigade has been planning through sophisticated way. Now, Igbo girls, our people, are now going free, just 120,000 naira, in order to donate, allow their eggs to be collected. What a shame. What a shame. Can't we reason? It's very, very sad. Honestly speaking, very, very sad indeed. Very, very sad. I have callers coming, but I cannot. Just hold on. Callers, please. Continue calling, please. I don't know. My phone just black out. I cannot pick the call, but continue. It will come out. Caller on. Let me take this caller. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? You are the first caller. Please go on. Caller on WhatsApp. Please go on. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, Mazi, go on, please.
Hello?
Let me see. Caller on WhatsApp. You are on air. Please go on. Go on. Caller on WhatsApp. Please go on. Caller on WhatsApp. Once again, please go on. Stop listening to your device. Oh my goodness me. Sorry, maybe it's not ready to talk. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Hello, Mazi.
Yes.
No, Jonathan.
Hello. Yes, go on. Call on WhatsApp. I'm hearing you. Go on.
My name is still Mazi. Okay, this is my Italian number. You know, I normally call with my Moroccan number. So, Mazi, according to your submission today and the clip you just played, you have played so many clips. Let me start from the one that is affecting me now. That as you are saying this, I go direct to TikTok in order to make it for people to make this that clip go viral about our women, the way our women are these days. You know, we have become this kind of so cheap that we fell on things that look like money. Our people have turned to something else. I don't know. And I always blame it on religion,
one of the main reasons.
Everybody should be able to take quick money.
Mazi, I don't know why. Mazi, can you hear me? Mazi, can you hear me? Mazi. The main reason is that our people, we promoted money. Everything is about money. Our musicians, they sing only money. In our villages, no more virtues, no more so we are reaping the result of what we planted for a long time. That is it. Redoing it is not easy. It made our women that's supposed to be our dignity. Every people's women are their dignity. You go to Arab country, you go to Arab family, they can never allow you see their women because it is their dignity. But when in our own land you see very cheap one everywhere, all over the world. Mazi, I know in a mess, honestly speaking. We are in a mess. Go on, please, go on.
Is the heart broken? No, so I remember. Let me say, is late 90s. When if you go to city and they make money, there's kind of money when there's parents. And also some of these things now also come from parents. Also, parents have a role to play. When you came from city, if you come back from city with money, before your father could be able to touch that money, he will call you inside and this money that you are spending. How do you get this money? What are you doing now? What do you do to get this money? But today now, no parents cares. Nobody cares. Anyhow, the money. This started from Oliver the Cope and the Co. Nonsense. The type of music we have from Mike Ejera, or they bastardized everything. And now one day boutique, but IPOB have come to change the narrative. We must continue. This our work we are doing is something that it will take. That's why when I see some people who to one Biafra today, Biafra tomorrow, I know that these people are just fake. People who just jump into what they don't know. Freedom comes from there is teachings, expression, telling people the base what freedom is all about. Freedom is not just to flag independent. No, we have a lot to learn in order to sustain our sovereignty and maintain it the way it should be, to meet to the level of civilization we have today. But today now people want freedom, however it is. Anyone they say, or say whoever can give up Biafra should. This is not the Biafra we want. We want the Biafra that when people hear about us, to restore our dignity the way we are before the white man came, and to meet up with this modern civilization. This is what we are fighting for. Maz, let me leave you here. And thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mazi.
When we lose our values, do you see, when we talk about going back to our roots, many people are highly misunderstanding. I'm telling you. In our own values and culture, everything is not about money. There's a type of money a child will bring, saying, "Kebishi wetenke." It's our value, it's our roots, it's our. But when Yenile was in Abuten everything, everything is new. All the things have passed away. Come part of the money. Father ya gozie yanka. That is we are in a mess. We are in a mess. When a people loses their value is their culture. It's just like salt losing its value. It's no more supposed to be salt. It becomes nothing. You don't need it again. You understand? This promotion of Ibutik, right from, as our brother said, since 1970, we are a people sentenced into hustling for your own family. Just no, go on, bottom ticket. Why will you tell me? Nah, bro, that your knowledge, you carry it. I beg. It's very, very sad, honestly. Caller on signal, Mazi Madabuchi. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, my brother, I can hear you. Good evening.
The Mazi, you don't drag it.
And anyway, my name is Ifan Madabuchi, and I'm calling you from the Netherlands. You see, my brother, I need to start with our ladies, Igbo ladies, Biafran ladies, selling their ovarian eggs for less than $54 or $55. You sell your egg, you don't know. First of all, they take one, they give you 120. That is $54 or $55. You don't know how many eggs they have it because you don't have the microscope or the equipment to. You just align there like a one abab. They will enter inside you and take how many eggs that our brother, God will bless that man. The man is telling you that they harvest these things, and eventually, not only that you don't know how many they take, and the purpose is not in vitro fertilization for creating children. No, these are for making body parts for the rich, and you are paid $54. And then the next thing is that the consequences of that harvest, because nature makes it that every period you drop the eggs, and then the body, the nature will heal itself. But these people will go and pluck how many they want, how much they want, and then the consequences is that you will start suffering what do you call it? The body organ, internal organs will start failing, kidney, liver, and the cancer of this and that. And within 5 years, our ladies will start to die of unknown causes because they don't know. What is this? How can we go this low? Our ladies, my mom, my sisters, our moms and sisters are our most treasured,
our diamonds, our pills. Our diamonds,
yes, they are our jewels. We protect them even with our lives. How can they wallow in and like this by selling themselves and creating death for themselves? My people, we need to trace our roots. Our roots, like Mazi Jonathan said, is not only what you believe in as in faith, but your value, your core value system. That one ego is not, money is not everything. Your dignity, like our daughter, our sister who spoke to Nonsonkwa, who said, I didn't want to do it because I cannot bear the thought that my child is working somewhere and I don't know him or her. Just a simple reason. Common sense is not common. Anyway, my brother, you see, Governor Lawal of Zamfara State He's talking about the unwillingness of the Nigerian government and Nigerian armed forces to fight terrorism and insecurity in Nigeria. You know, the same thing happened when, was it Governor Matawale or whoever was the predecessor of the present governor? The same thing happened when he was there. The indigenous people were being displaced so that gold in their land is being, mined. By whom, you may ask? By whom? Who was displacing them? Who equipped and trained the terrorists that were displacing them? And why wasn't Nigerian armed forces engaging those terrorists that are displacing the people? Do you see why Nigeria is a British, zero liability company? And do you see why we, the East, why we need Biafra? Why we must restore Biafra? You know, Chinedu had no blueprint during the presidential campaign of 2022-23 before he emerged. But he promised Nigerians to continue where Buhari stopped. This will tell you that Tinubu's emergence was pure arrangement between Fulani and the British. Look at Nigeria now. Why can't Tinubu tackle Fulani terrorism and general insecurity in Nigeria? Even if it be the last thing he did, he would have written his name in gold in Nigeria, in the posthumously. Even if Nigeria is disintegrates, people will say during when Tinubu emerged, he stopped Fulani terrorism, he stopped insecurity in Nigeria. But he wouldn't do that because he didn't want to tread on any toe. He will be traveling all over the world like a Jara. But he will not solve any problem in Nigeria. And hunger is killing people that have gold, uranium, titanium, oil, gas, and name them. That's your Nigeria. And that's the Nigeria Biafrans want to live. Willy-nilly. Whether Zoo want it, we must leave Nigeria. You know, this man, they call General Musa. I won't call his Christian name because he is abusing that name. That General Musa, the Nigerian is the chief of army staff or whatever he is. He must give Nigerians, first of all, because he's making accusations, making some claims that some people are they are not fighting for their freedom. IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra, are fighting for our freedom, and you know that our fathers and grandfathers has fought for that freedom, and we want to finish the job they started. Because if your father started a house and he didn't finish it or couldn't finish it, you must finish it, and that's where who IPOB are. So General Musa must tell, he must tell the Nigerians, first of all, and the world, the evidences of his assertions and allegations. We are waiting for the list of the people Nigerian government paid to destroy IPOB, and how much you paid each of them. Anybody you paid, even if he is a member of IPOB, give us the evidence. Tell us how much you give them. General Musa and Tinubu government should also, as a matter of urgency, give or publish the names of terrorism sponsors and financiers in Nigeria. You know, we know that you know them. Because this is Governor Lawal, Governor of Zamfara, have said again, we know them, we know where they live, we know their parents, they live with you. You know the sponsors of terrorism and insecurity in Nigeria. Only you lack the political will to prosecute them or to arrest them at least. But you are shading and covering them. But the Nigerian government, including General Musa, are carrying shameful blackmail and propaganda against the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. And while we are on it, you know this man they call Sheikh Ahmed Gumi and so-called professor, because everybody cannot tear a paper somewhere and begin to call himself professor. That man who championed the NIM registration in Nigeria. Yeah. And he said his name is Professor Issa Ale Pantami, or if I'm not, that's Pantami,
yes,
that man.
It's him.
Yeah. So both terrorist sympathizer, if not terrorists themselves, they call the terrorists. They are our even this is Gumi, who said they are there, and even Buhari, whoever it was, he said they were their misguided brothers. This Ali Pantami called the northern, called the terrorists. They are the northern freedom fighters. Can you imagine this? A minister of state calling terrorists. Everybody know that they're terrorists, and he's saying is their freedom fighters. You know. So what we are saying here is that we mean who calls himself. Do you remember my brother? Do you remember that man in Lagos who called himself SND in Lagos?
Yes, the one in jail.
If Apantami and Sheikh Gumi are free to fight terrorist fighter, this man, for just a statement he made out of frustration, he is being heard. Even up till now, does it mean that Tinubu government have not investigated this one? Because he is an official APC member. Why is that man still being in custody? Because he is an Igbo man. And this is one of the reasons we demand self-determination in order to take and, make our laws and govern ourselves according to our own value system. The Fulani can go and do their feudalism and etc. as much as they like. And my brother, before I hang up, who say again?
Oh, please round up. Many people are.
Okay, yeah. Oh, thank you. One the other day you were asking who are the IDPs who are occupying their own ancestral land. Why is it not the priority of Tinubu government to take them home, to bring them home back to their own home state, who are in to their villages and towns? Nobody is even talking about them on the government side. The government of the so-called Buhari, Fulani, APC, Kabas supported, financed, and armed and encouraged the Fulani terrorist invaders who displaced those people. They call IDP now. Now, that government has ended. What is the present Tinubu regime doing to return those people to their own homes, villages, and towns? Where is the presidential fiat, an official order from the president to take these people home? Instead, they are conniving and scheming to resettle them in Biafra land, in Igbo land, in the east. And we will never accept that to happen in the Biafra land. God bless Biafra. Thank you, my brother.
There were Mazi. Thank you. Caller on Mazi John. You are this. Can you hear me? There were Mazi. Go on, please. Mazi, go on. Yes.
Kanu, a prisoner of conscience, who set up this Radio Biafra, a citadel of knowledge and spirituality to educate us. Prosperity included in it, in this one box. And that is what we are doing, Professor Jonathan. We are blessed, maintaining a blessing, Professor Jonathan. Professor Jonathan, let me answer you some question you asked. You said, what brings us to this stage? It doesn't need somebody to be a scientific to know what bring us to this stage. Let me start even from our women of late. Professor Jonathan, I was in Biafra recently, and the women I see are no longer the women that I know before. Professor Jonathan, you are talking about them selling their organs. These organs they are selling, when you ask them what, some people may think they're hungry. It's not that they're hungry. The money is used for trading Brazilian wig. If a Biafra lady, a Biafra girl in university don't have 30 inches of Biafra, of Brazilian wig. He's not up to. That is why he's going to sell himself, because he wanted to belong to. If a Biafra lady is not, you know, sometimes when you look at their face these days, it became very, very, before when you see a Biafra lady face, it's very cool and calm. When you come to him, you say, oh, Unle, Adamwa, oh, Emaka. But now when you see a Biafra lady, a Biafra girl, the face is very, very, the eyes is red.
Very awkward.
Awkward. And what make it? You will see his eyes. His eyes is long, like if he's looking to you, it look like a camel webbing. You will be afraid even to approach him. Because you ask yourself, what exactly, how managed did his elbow grow to the extent that the elbow is now afraid? Because that elbow is affecting the eyes and it's red. You will be afraid even to approach him. Now you want to collect even change from him. Professor Jonathan, if you don't take care, there will be blood in their arm, because the fingernails on the arms is like those Titanic movie, those dangerous one that is sucking blood. This I want to see in different land. So when they tell you that they are hungry, I don't pity Igbo or Nigeria, unless if it's a Biafra IPOB member who understand, because these ones, they don't want to understand what you are talking. They thought that money is everything. That is the problem. Professor Jonathan, what you talk this evening is very, very much. But let me tell you, Nigerians or Biafrans, as you said, Nigerians are dead body. There is nothing they can do. There is nothing Nigeria can do. Because if you tell me that Nigeria can do something, Nigeria is built of 7 terrorist organizations that is running Nigeria. In every department, Nigeria is a terrorist state. Their traditional rulers are terrorizing. Their religious leaders are terrorizing. Their politicians are terrorizing. Their judiciary are terrorizing. Their military are terrorizing. Their police are terrorizing. Their media. Oh, it's another thing. Professor Jonathan, Chibotan Amoka. Did you hear this man? He said that he know where their parents are. He know that means they know their data. Because if you know their father of these terrorists, you know their data. But now, what makes you to know that Nigeria are dead bodies is you ask that the journalist asking him. The journalist, why you don't ask him? What is this 1 million question? Because he say that is a 1 million question. What else is remaining that is making it to 1 million? Because you know where they are, you know their parents, you know their daughter, you have the resources to squash them. What are the $1 million question that is asking of us about? My problem is the Biafrans who don't know that they are there to be killed, that we, the IPOB, have to spend resources to even tell them not to be in Nigeria army. You're going to be in midst of your enemy when Nigeria have 7 terrorist department. Now the North have created 5 terrorist groups, ISWAP, and Ansaru, Akada and Maghreb. All of them, Boko Haram, they have so many. So who are you going to depend on, you Igbo man? Onyema, Washuku. Onyema, you are deceiving. You are a deceiver. Don't kill our people. Professor Jonathan, thank you for taking my call. Biafrans, I love you. I feel the members of my blood. Bye.
Call Mazi Obasi. Can you hear me, Mazi Obasi? Go on, please. Unmute yourself. Mazi Obasi, are you there? There, well, please go on. Just YA. Just hold on.
To help
Mazi,
us
please
become.
restart afresh. You were not coming out before. Just go on, please. Go on now. Go on. Mazi Obasi, can you hear me? I'm talking to you. Mazi Obasi, can you hear me? Yes, I'm hearing you now. Go on, please. Go on. Go on.
Okay, I want to contribute first of all to what our sisters, the despicable activities that our sisters are engaged in. And I will not just speak about our sisters, I will also speak about our brothers who are enablers of these evil activities. And when I talk about these evil activities, it's not just about donating their eggs or selling their eggs. I'm talking about other acts that you have listed, including prostitutions and other, acts that are very, very strange to our culture and to our tradition as a people. Now, when we speak about religion, sometimes people fight us as if we have anything against a particular religion. Our issue, most of us who speak about these things, is the inherent belief system that is destroying our core values. And I will appreciate anyone who has problem with that to actually have courage enough to raise a topic and have an open discussion on that and allow us to be able to punch hole in some of these things rather than throwing jabs. What am I saying? You alluded to something when you were speaking. That was what prompted me to even call. You alluded to something about, you make money in any way, you take some of the money and give your parish priest or whatever. Now, they say the most dangerous man is the one who believes that he can be forgiven of anything that he has done. That's the most dangerous human being you can deal with. Anyone who believes that he can do anything against his fellow human being and it will be forgiven, and the only thing you cannot be forgiven is what you have done against God himself. And even that, which is considered a blasphemy, is not explicitly written for you to even know. Now, such man is a dangerous man. And why am I emphasizing on this? The concept of sin, at least in Christianity that I know very well, I don't know that much about Islam, and I don't think Islam is a huge problem for us as Biafrans. So I'll focus on Christianity. The main problem, the main concept of sin in Christianity suggests deviation, and not necessarily the same concept that what we call alo or aro, whichever one you pronounce as a Biafran or as an Igbo person, connotes. The concept of sin suggests someone who is working on a certain path, a straight path, and you deviate, and you can always retrace your step and just continue moving from where you stop or from where you deviated, and your journey will continue. That God forgives everything. But the concept of alo in our Igbo cosmology suggests a contamination. It suggests a principle of contamination. And that is why when somebody does anything that is considered abomination in our land, it is not only the concern of that individual, it becomes a concern of the entire community. Because when you commit such an abomination, or what we call alo, you have in effect contaminated the land. Because as we understand it as Igbos, as Biafran Igbos, that the highest giver of law is the land and not even God himself. It's the land. That's why we call it the law of the land. When you do anything, you go against the laws of the land. Everybody who resides on that piece of the land, on that geographical location where that law is given, becomes affected if the perpetrator of that evil is not fished out and he or she goes through the proper cleansing for him or she to be warded off of that contamination. Everybody becomes affected. And when everybody becomes affected, then the process of cleansing does not only involve that individual anymore, it involves the entire community. And that is why if you commit a certain level of abomination, you are taking away to what they may refer to as the evil forest. Because that evil energy, that bad energy that can pollute everybody else, will have to be taken out of that society. Now, when this principle was adhered to properly, people are not only careful of what offense they will commit against the laws of the land, the people around them are conscious to watch and ensure that these people are not allowed to do things that is going to affect everybody else. And thereby, we become our brother's keepers. And this is what has kept our land safe until the inception of this liberalism that was infused in this newborn religion that make it feel like the act of sin is just a deviation and affects only individual. And if you go into your room and kneel down and pray, it is gone like a magic. It doesn't happen like that. And the evil of this, the effect of this evil that has been committed in our land is what we are reaping today. We see it. If it was to be forgiven by paying your tithe, by the Reverend Father or a pastor praying for you, we will not be where we are today. So our people are committing sacrileges, contaminating our land, desecrating our land in such a manner that it becomes undictated. And now it has become even so rampant that you don't even know how many people that you will take through that process traditionally to even cleanse them or get them out of the land. But rather, we celebrate them. They are the ones that we give a chieftaincy title to. We are the ones. They are the ones that we praise. They are the ones that receive the front line in different churches. They are the ones that is being encouraged, like we said, in our music and even in the movie industry. I always talk about the movie industry. It has been our worst enemy as far as I know. And this is some of the effect of religion. So when you talk about religion in our land, people that we are the teachings that is destroying our land. Now, I said earlier that my only concern is not about our sisters. It's also about our men who are collaborators, who are enablers, who are beneficiaries of some of these evil entities that they have organized for themselves and spreading it, along our people. Even where we stay, I see some of them. And I ask myself, let's assume that prostitution is born, as a last resort, of suffering. The question is, these tiny young girls, what at all have they experienced in life that the last resort is to merchandise their own body? I don't know. But there are people benefiting from it. Last time there was a video of somebody who brought his own sister. The video circulated. Even Mazi who posted that video. Our own brother bringing his own sisters and other siblings, 16 years. How much at all are you going to make from that? And yet, we know that what we are doing is wrong. But because of the peanuts we are going to get, we continue doing that. Now, to the man, I believe Zamfara State Governor also, that was talking about the insecurity and you see, the hypocrisy of the North is what is going to destroy the zoo at the end of the at the end of the day. The hypocrisy of the North against their own self, born out of the hatred for the Igbo people. Because since we are together in a contraption called Nigeria, they see condemning their own action publicly or condemning their leaders who are being evil against their own people. They see it as washing their dirty linen, in the public, because they feel that the Biafrans will now be aware of the wickedness of their own people and they will laugh at them. Because of that, they keep quiet and they are dying. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was the president that they introduced this evil against, simply because he sacked the national security advisor and they begin to impose some of these things on him. He wants the North to do well, they don't want it. And when he tried to fight this evil, they fought him back. I remember US, I will never forget, that time Hillary Clinton, I believe, was Secretary of State at that time. Obama was the president. Who was the president? Went to America to buy arms to fight this evil. He was blocked. The American officials sold to him. He had to go through the back door to South Africa to get arms. This same Atiku, who wants to be president at all costs, called his friend Jacob Zuma, who was the vice president to Thabo Mbeki when he himself was vice president to Obasanjo, to block Jonathan from getting arms and expose him and make caricature of Jonathan for trying to fight Boko Haram. Today, they are benefiting from the activities of the people they have clearly referred to as their freedom fighters, and they come on radio or on podcast or whatever to give an interview that is meant to achieve nothing. If you say that the government is aware of these people, you have come to tell us as a governor that you don't have control over the army or any of the security, arm in the state. Fine. You are now trying to tell me that the president is the one responsible, isn't he? Did any of you say these things when Buhari was in power? Nobody said that. Today you are crying, and then they ask you, okay, what is happening? You said it's a $1 million question. And who is supposed to answer that? They will continue, like our leader have said, I can't say Hagaban. They will continue to reap from the evil that they have planted, thinking it will destroy other people. It will destroy them. They plant similar thing in our forest, but thank God for IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We have been able to establish ESN, and ESN has put them to check. Today, food security is not an issue in our land. Coupled with our farming or agricultural revolution, food security is no longer an issue in our land. That doesn't mean that we have achieved the highest result that we need. We are still doing it, but we have defeated them, and they know it. Jonathan, this is what I can say.
Of course, that's it. You said it all. When we have a religion that promises forgiveness, very simple, very easy, forgiveness of sin. Sin is crime. You just go and kneel down and either confess to somebody, a reverend father, or you pray and everything is forgiven. Oh, behold, you're a new creature. That is where things fell apart. In this world, in every country that is progressing, there is no forgiveness of crime or sin. Nothing. Forgiveness means appropriate punishment. You make law. Every country advances through law, so that to prevent people from committing the crime. Not you are promised, and once even if your sin is as black as Erebus, that you will be forgiven. Who says so? That is what is making us scattering our mentality so that we become rotten. Because it's very easy now. Anything, you commit anything, it's easy. You go and we no longer see crime or sin as against the land. Instead, it becomes individual. No, why are you judging me? Why are you judging me? We should be judging ourselves in our values, in our culture. Any crime or any sin is against the land. You need to cleanse it. And cleansing it involves a lot of things. So you don't dare provoke it or enter into that sin. Talk less of, because cleansing, you can be exiled. You have to do it. Otherwise, you face the repercussion. But this time around, they brought a religion that everything is free. Very easy. You are forgiven. Son, you are forgiven. God has forgiven you. It's only God. No. That is why we are rotten. You see our female everywhere. Can you talk to her? Yeah, nah, I beg. Who doesn't see? Are you not a sinner? I beg. Are you judging me? That's the thing. So these are the things that contributes to the state we are in. But when we are talking it, when we say going back to our values, people are interpreting it in a very different way. It's very, very sad, honestly. Very, very sad. Caller on signal, please. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Caller on signal.
Okay, so may God bless you.
And you
Ikwu
too.
ekwu abịamara. Dere gị.
There.
Maazị, ihe ọjọọ mere anyị.
Ihe ọjọọ mere na anyị now. Ihe ọjọọ mere anyị.
I'm telling you that if we continue staying in this Nigeria, we are gone for. Everything in this country is working against us. Do you know that it is, as time continues, like I always think within me that there have been so many things that is hidden. It is us, as in on our potential. Do you know that this very program now was going on now, and my wife was hearing it, and my wife now was telling me of our former place, which is not far from where we are staying presently now. A girl that was, staying close to us, how she went to one of their lab to go and sell her own for 150.
You mean
I was shocked. Chineke. I'm telling you. Mazi, do you know that there have been so many things that have gone wrong within our circle, especially Aiwa Wundibu. Do you know that a girl, Nwafibu, of 18 years, Gaputo to na Pogolo, Biri Nole, Biri Aseo to working with the family. Kwajushi as in so expensive thing. Now full flat. And it's not that she has any job.
And maybe I don't know when a family or brothers or sisters or any sibling. How will you sometimes visit go in an apartment? Yes. They don't care what she does. They don't ask
at all.
Chai.
At all.
Mazi,
in the past, one biri soya but now it is normal. You even see them. 3 of them will go and rent apartments and live. Do you know that even other tribes like Yorubas and the Hausas, they are afraid of men, of their men, within in the environment of where their men is. Name me all of these things. But our women, there is not, and we the men are the contributors of all these things. We have taken over from the Edos now, the Indibini.
Yes, Mazi. Okay, before all the I now was the number one everywhere.
Mazi, our women are open to every man, even in this Ndugwana Sabeda, Ndokada. This ones that is carrying dirty, truck like dirty. Haga, they will go and climb on top of our women. Then, when she has messed herself up, Jose or Potasie, Kawazi Nandi Anambra, Ana Alundimo, Ndimo, Ana Alunda Anambra, Donya Anambra Mecha, or say Anamaya, why you did not keep yourself? I traveled, Mazi. I went to Libya, I went to Niger, I went to Mali, so many of these places. As dirty and low as those places, you will see our guests staying in a hotel, meeting all kinds of dirty human beings on earth. Go to Niger, they are there doing prostitute. Over what? Peanut, safer. Then, Jehovah, I said, for bringing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Sometimes if I look at us, I say, In Ghana, are you going to go and collect 150,000 naira? And did you know that these girls, it's not that they are hungry. It's just that they want to feast nail. They want to feed eyelashes. They want to fish eyeballs. They want to put. They want to rub creams. Hey, man, you cannot even tell who is an Igbo girl again in our environment. But even in the catch kunjo, come, they are all as in a national cake to every Tom, Dick, and Harry. In short, if we keep talking this thing, it will not end.
Mazi.
But it is and Mazi, do you know that these people are the most ignorant people? The only thing they know is social media aspect, celebrity, hair nail, and the name of hair, Obi Kubana, and irrelevant things. They are not mindful of their environment. They are not aware of the dangers. They don't even if we discuss with them, many of them about our Biafra, you see how they will use a mockery. It's just that the ties has changed now. People are now seeing how dirty other tribes are, or how hateful they are about the Igbos. Before they comes out, you will see an Igbo full-fledged girl. You will be telling an Igbo Ndara that this Igbo village is an Igbo. But she would be admonishing other tribes, Yorubas, Hausa, and Igbos. It is because the reality have done in their eyes. They are now seeing that even you yourself have been hit. Mazi. We have with so much work. But I thank Chiko Kukabema for the men that is in this very struggle. People like you. That is why missing anybody that is not listening to Radio Biafra is doing itself. I want to make sure that I send that Jamanze. I will send it to my wife to send it to her. I said, Agwaragagwa, from Ngaramara. Mazi, Bechikoka, Bema, bless you.
And you too.
I can't finish it up. Thank you, sir.
It's very sad, honestly speaking. You see how developed many Arab countries are, but they stick to their values. Even different Asian countries, they stick to their values. Their women are their jewelry. You don't joke with their wife or their mother and their women. You don't joke. You don't ever try it. And their women respect them. They respect themselves. But Bian Alibo. Before, yeah, here was in the Benin now on the Botatal, in the everywhere. Mano, here, Manozo. Sobodio. Sobodi. Mazi Hugo, can you hear me? Mazi Hugo. Mazi Hugo.
Yeah, hello, Mazi.
There, please go.
Mazi Jonathan. Good evening, Mazi Jonathan. Mazi, I remember his work from my location.
Okay, sorry. Go on. It's Mazi Hugo. I wanted to, but go on. Mazi Hugo, please. Hold on, I'll come to you. Go on.
Yeah, you see what is happening. What is happening is all these things that you were saying, that we explain every day, it's not ordinary. Mazi, all this thing is a grand plan. It's a grand plan by the West. When they continue advise Nigerian government, because there are people that install who rule Nigeria, like what you said, British is totally in control, including American, British and the American. They are aware. This grand plan, they are people that installed who rule Nigeria, British and the US. Because you can remember the testimony of the general you always put that said that they went to Harvard and discussed with CIA before in 2014 before where they present Buhari as the candidate. So US is involved is what's happening. This all grand plan. What is when they continue the advance Nigeria. You see the IMF and the World Bank try to advance Nigeria to weaponize, make sure they weaponize poverty in Nigeria. Because this is a very weapon. Poverty. They try to weaponize poverty in Nigeria so that they can achieve this kind of objective. What we are saying, we are talking about what our women are doing. It's all boiled down to poverty. It's all boiled down because of poverty, because situation of things. And again, when the religion have made us to behave this way, the way that is individualism, not people that are not in collectivity, people that work on individual progress. This is why our people are doing like this. Everybody is fighting for his own survival of the fittest, it is all resulted in when you check everything together. When you talk about the woman this woman that speaks, that he said he went to meet Tinubu, and she continued presenting the interest of the North. When you talk about our people, you ask the question: yes, is there anybody in our land that presents our interests? Nobody, because we don't have that collectiveness. Individualism is what makes people irrelevant. People that is sell based on individualism. You do people who don't have relevant because of that. There's no relevance because of we don't work in group. The North that is working in group. That's why the woman did not go there for her own interest. She go there for interest of her people because they are in group. They are working in group. You will see all the whole president like P2B. When the Arwa, we invite him to come and speak in Arwa house. You want to come and convince the North, tell them what the plan he has. This is because these people are in bunch. These people are in group. But where is Yohanes Ndibo? Where is the base of Yohanes Ndibo? I've then called any president to come and present their interest. Come and tell us what you have or what the plan you have. Can you hear this? Have you heard this kind of something before? No, because we are not in group, and because of this, we don't look relevant in the people's eyes. That's why Tinubu will come to Enugu and say that even if you don't vote for him, you will give them one piece of bread. That's why you will hear that this one you hear Abiola say that you don't need Igbo votes to win election. Because why? Because of this individualism. Because irrelevant. But can we change it? Can we change this? Yes, we can change it. We can change this. We can change this and come back in as one family in the pump, which IPOB is championing. We must reverse. We need ideological change. We need ideological change. This individualism is killing us. We must reverse. We must reverse this and come back and work in collectivity. Our interest should be our interest, not personal interest. Everybody must destine his own personal selfishness. And when we are seeking, we are seeking for the welfare of your people. Our people have religion have made us, that's also an heavenly race is on personal basis. That is why it now reflects in normal life. You now put yourself, only how to survive, how you will survive. It's not how you survive. That's why you see all the European countries. When the country is good, the people will benefit. You will not find anyone be in a poor situation because the country has advanced. And that advancement is for interest of the whole citizen also. Because when you have a good policy, all those policies, if to favor the citizen, you put things in place. Some people are paying, the country are paying the citizen. Some people put put many things in place for the benefit, for the betterment of the citizen. So all these things, we don't see it in Nigeria. That's why we must go. We must get out of this place. We are in a mess. We must redeem ourselves and come back to our senses and come back to who we are before. And people that just think who they are, people that it's like we are. You know, when we continuously going against our culture, our belief, and who we are, it's like we are fighting ourselves. We are fighting our root, who we are. We are antagonizing who we are, and this is very bad. How do we adopt people, religion and culture and tradition? Then our own, we now continuously antagonizing our own, and we're thinking that we will excel in this, using foreign culture, using everything foreign. Then our own, who we are, we just finish out. We are antagonizing ourselves. We're fighting who we are. We're fighting our originality. We're fighting our value. Thank you for a good work.
Mazi. Mazi, Hugo, can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi, I can hear you. Can you hear me as well?
The whole world is hearing. Please go on. I think you beat the last
call. My big brother, Mazi. Jonathan, I salute you for your good job. I appreciate Biafrans all over the whole world. And Onion do send the boy to continue to guide and protect him. All the whole DOS and DOS Biafrans at large. I salute you, Mazi. I want to ask you a favor, if there is any possible way you can mute all these callers, because that is listening is that thing is another disturbance. If it's possible, if there is any how you can mute them, and it'll be better.
Okay.
Yes, it's disturbing. Believe you me. And the people that is calling, at least you can see that someone is saying something. Listen to what that person is saying. It's very, very important. Because I don't know. I don't understand. I cannot call when I see somebody saying something. When that person is about to drop. When I call, if my call is being picked, then I know that it's been picked. But somebody is speaking. You are still calling. You are disturbing both of us that is listening, both the international community that is listening. You're making fool of yourself at the same time. That's why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu see that these people, they are having that.
Go on. Don't worry. Go on. I'll take care of it. Don't worry. Go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
Let me go to the reason why I called. Asna Madi Bekata Akwa Why? There is how we. Oh, it's very sad. Anyway, Mazi, you see, there's something IPOB as it stands now. For these things that Nosongpa you play, we are not going to take it lightly. What we are going to do, I think the DOSs are listening, is have to be put in a press release and send it to our people where they normally send it. And the second one is this: we are going to make sure that anyhow IPOB will go underground and investigate and get the number of these people that have already do it. We will call them, give them a call, and tell them that they have committed the sacrilege in our land. Have work from our land. These girls, we are not. We IPOB as it stands in Biafra land now as stakeholder in our land. If you are thinking that these Igbo politicians, do you know this thing that happened? Believe you me, if there is place they have a law, or these Igbo politicians have good things for us. These people you are seeing, they want us all dead. Believe you me, they want us all dead. Do you know that this is a pure evidence that from that lady, she will just take you to that hospital, they will pick all those doctors and execute them. You see those doctors, they will just pick them and sentence them to death. There is no two ways about it. You can't do this thing in Europe. But if these politicians in Igbo land want to you see this thing, they will just go to the hospital and mount investigation and pick these people and sentence them to death. There is no two ways about it. And you sentence these people to death. These are the people that Brigade have planted in our land. But who is going to say it now? Don't you see how they are killing our people? These politicians, don't you see it? How they're killing our people. So the main reason why I call is this. We have to get the number of these. By the time 200 or 300 people put a call across this lady that have done this thing in our land, they have committed sacrilege. How should I will poor? Let's give them a call. If somebody can get their number, let's talk sense into them. Let's begin to ask them why. Why do you think you can do something like this? Do you know what they have taken from your system? Do you think these people actually want you to? Do you think these people actually want you to leave? Mazi, I got your number, these ladies, because I want we get their number and put call across them, tell them these people deserve to drive away from our land.
Mazi, let me tell you something. Ignorance is the worst thing that can happen to a human being. When you confront the person individually, it will tell you that it is her body. What concern you? You know how our people talk. It's my body. What concerns you? What is your problem? So you can do anything he wants with her body. It's not about confronting one individual. It's about spreading the awareness. Because we are in a system, Nigeria, that is destroying us. Had it been we have our own system, we restore our land, the government will take care. But Nigeria wants us all to be going astray, to be rotten, as I said. So it's not about calling an individual. It's about educating our people, opening our people's eye. They are doing this. They don't know that they can lead to fatality. It's ignorance. Okochicho, they want to buy eyelashes, not to really hungry, hunger. They want to buy this, become like, that is the thing. So that's why, first of all, convincing our people, pushing them to listen to Radio Biafra is number one thing. It's number one progress or development. So that they will be hearing this and start understanding, say, okay, so this thing is not good. That is the thing. Parental care is also good. But the issue is this. Many of our families in Igbo land have been destroyed by the religion we are in. So that is the issue. That remains an issue. That is the thing. Before, our value, anything, just like one of the callers said, 18-year-old girl, a girl, got built an apartment in a city with a state-of-the-art equipment. Ụmụnne ya ma ụmụnna ya na-abịara holiday or na-abịara visit na-ahụkwa ka ihe ọ na-arụ enwere onye chọrọ ịjụ because ama ihe ọ na-eme ihe rụrụ arụ. That is the thing. Ọ bụrụ na ọ gụcha akwụ na-arụ nnọọ ọrụ in a big way. No. 18 years. So you see that we have gone astray. One, because we relegated our culture, they destroyed our values. You see, I'm still giving an example of Asians or Arabs that maintains their value. They are developed, but they still maintain their value. Their women are their jewel, their pearl, their diamond. You don't joke with their women, and their women also respect themselves. They protect them. But in our own, the reverse is the case. So the only solution is this education. Education, so that people's eyes will be open. That is what I want to put there, please. Mazi, please, go on.
Right. Mazi, you know that what I want to tell Biafrans now is the truth, nothing but the truth. Do you know that there is an agenda to destroy us as a human being, more especially in Igbo? There's an agenda to destroy us. Do you know that people don't know it? Mazi, what I'm telling you, some people don't even know it. You know, when we cry, we go other social medias, we call their radio, we tell them, we debunk other things, we do. Ask our people, how many of you call the Zoo Radio and debunk the rubbish they are talking about our people? And let me begin to tell our people something. You see this unknown government, they are talking in Alibo. We have to stop calling unknown government. It's a lie. This is what they want us to be saying, unknown government. Unknown government is known. Unknown government is Nigerian army. This is what I'm telling them. It's Nigerian army, DSS, Nigerian police, Bubago, and so all the whole Nigerian security apparatus they bring in our land. They are the unknown government. If you say there is no, if you say you don't know no unknown government, we will catch those people that we are saying they are unknown government. Let's know who are they, because when we start telling them there is no, these are unknown. If you go some radio station, one of people call they say unknown government, I tell them these are not unknown. These are Nigerian agents. They want us to be repeating it, unknown government, unknown government. They will be executing our people, killing our people in the name of unknown government. I tell them, why can't you people apprehend this unknown government so that we can know who they are? Our people should stop calling unknown government. Say it the way it is. These are Nigerian agents, DSS, police, army, and all the whole killers that Fulani and Nigeria and Igbo politicians have brought in our land. But let them understand there is nothing like unknown government. When I have unknown government, our people in the name of unknown government, all Nigerian police and DSS and army, all unknown government.
There were. We must continue. I think this will be the last caller. I didn't pick any call direct line because I don't want them to be waiting. We must continue. We are in this mess already. Are you hearing me? We are in this mess. That's why we are fighting to get out of this mess. That is the only thing. So it is a collective fight. It is not an individual fight. An individual, you cannot do nothing because you are fighting against a system. A system that is meant in order to subjugate everybody, in order to subsume, swallow everybody, to undo us as a people. That is the system we are fighting. So we are fighting for survival. Therefore, it is a collective fight. Let me try whether I can make this call as a direct line as the last caller. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Caller on direct line. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me, please? You are the last caller. Go on, please. Go on.
Question you set up earlier while you were coming up. You said, can anybody tell me how have we gone to this stage? Like, why did we get to this stage of misleading ourselves from the real things of life? I actually do want to give my little explanation or answer to that. It's as a result of us not preaching the values of ourselves from the author of the tradition, but rather from the pulpit of another man's author, which is the introduction of the Christianity they have brought to us. I'm not saying it because I want to compromise anything or I want to sound politically correct. What you preached tonight significantly shows that our people have chosen to go the negative way than coming from the right way. As I'm talking to you, every elite that have children, that have family in Nigeria, mostly from the Biafran part of Nigeria, have decided that it is better he save his money and take his children out of Nigeria. Now the question is this: when those children grow up, of what output would generate to comfortably represent who you are or what you think you have positioned yourself as a father or as a parent to them? There will never be any good product out of these people. Now, I am thanking God also that this will be between you, the scholars of the West education, either from here in the zoo down to there, or maybe you speak from there. It is a war between you people and those of them who is a minico, who do not pass primary school or nursery school, that have choose to control exempting of you because you are one of the people who have to say the truth, and every one of us from IPOP. But those who think they are well educated and they are not saying anything concerning this. Mazi, our uncle who revealed this secret, knew what he did. He never cloned himself or maybe made himself to be known, because he stands on the truth and he has an evidence of what he was saying. And I was expecting all these people who read more than him to join him and fight this evil in their little way. But the only thing I want to suggest, sir, because the time has passed already, because I have a lot of questions to ask that I won't ask for now. I'm recording it because a day will come, I'll ask you some few questions because I know you have a lot of answering perfectly. Now, the only thing I'll suggest to us is this: if IPOB, through the Director of State, can initiate a way of allowing lawyer Mazi Ifeanyi Ejiofor to go to Zoo Radio FM station, defend and create that misconstrued information from the Nigerian authorities and their media when our leader was kidnapped, and they did not arrest him, or maybe they did not restrict him from coming to that station, it is also clear that we have our right to establish our radios to every nook and cranny of Biafran land, and nobody will touch it. All their, whatever thing they hold against us in the law court, they have withdrawn it, which shows significantly that we have no case with these people. I think it is also good our leaders, Director of State, please, the way to select among you people who are good in all this information. Let's begin to write letters to our traditional leaders, the religious leaders, and also institutions like the schools. Let them, I see these people when they preach, sometimes they will leave James chapter 1:1, and they will pick a family moral point, and they begin to discuss it, pick some political irregularities, and begin to discuss on the pulpit. Now, why wouldn't they choose this important issue of GMO about all that and keep saying it, winning soul on the road like they are giving leaflets to come to my church, Jesus loves you and Jesus did not love you? Why wouldn't they print it out and begin to go around and tell people to restrict from this? And they don't want to do it. So I'm begging, if our authorities can start fighting this, maybe from their law court or maybe from ICT or wherever, because I remember that Uncle Jamal said whether they sue him or not, that they are going after them. Please, it's better only engaging my set these people up that way. Not our future back, please, mayor, because it's telling me that at this particular moment, people refuse to, realize that we have gone to a grave by ourselves. Thank you, sir. I remain down. Bye for now.
There were Mazi. There were. This is where I'm going to end the program. Biafrans are lovers of freedom. We are here. Our mission is self-determination, to remove us from this mess we are in through mostly education, by teaching ourselves, by giving the necessary information that is okay for us to change our mentality. That is what IPOB is for. It's a non-violent organization. Anybody that you see that is talking about killing, this and that, carrying God through, is not IPOB, please. We are a non-violent organization. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saying we destroy Nigeria with the truth, and that is what we are continuing. Therefore, we must return back to who we were. Otherwise, we become a gunner. We become a destroyed race. Biafra remains our tradition, our ideology, our religion. There is no other way than Biafra. We must continue making sure that we contribute our quota so that Biafra will be restored. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.
Ebe Kanu